Boston Celtics' playoff struggles away from the friendly confines of the TD Garden continued in Game 4 in Cleveland on Monday night, as the Cavaliers pulled out a 111-102 victory over the Celts to tie the Eastern Conference Finals up at 2 games apiece. The victory was the second straight for the Cavs over the Celtics, and their sixth straight at home this postseason. The Celtics have still won just one road playoff game over the course of their current run, their Game 3 win against the 76ers in Philadelphia in the Eastern Conference semifinals. As he typically does, LeBron James led the way for the Cavaliers with 44 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists, and he also got some help from his supporting cast as well. Kyle Korver, 14 points, George Hill, 13 points, and Tristan Thompson, 13 points, 12 rebounds, all chipped in with some solid performances. The Cavs were locked in defensively from the jump, and their effort on that end of the floor opened up things for them offensively, as it increased their transition opportunities. On the other side of the floor, 5 Celtics players scored in double figures in Game 4. Marcus Morris, 10 points, Al Horford, 15, Jason Tatum, 17, Terry Rozier, 16, and Jaylen Brown, 25, but ultimately that wasn't enough to get the job done. After having an early 2-0 lead in the series, the Celtics now find themselves in a dogfight with the Cavaliers as the series shifts back to Boston for Game 5. Scroll below to see what Celtics players and coach Brad Stevens had to say after Game 4 loss. Brad Stevens on LeBron taking advantage of switches. "Sometimes you just have to pick your poison." He adds that the numbers say that we have been more effective while switching than not switching. Boston Celtics, at Celtics, May 22, 2018. Many times throughout Game 4, LeBron James was able to get a favorable matchup via a switch, and he was then able to take advantage of it. After the game, Brad Stevens explained that with a player as good as James is, sometimes you have to pick your poison, meaning that James is going to hurt you one way or another. It's just a matter of trying to limit his overall impact. But, as we have all seen, that is easier said than done. It's the best 2 out of 3 to go to the NBA Finals. It doesn't get better than that. Brad Stevens on his message to his team after the Game 4 loss in Cleveland. With the series now tied at 2-2, the Celtics have to win 2 of the next 3 games, 2 of which will be at home, in order to advance to the NBA Finals. Jaylen Brown just echoed Brad Stevens almost word for word. Best of 3 for the NBA Finals. What more could you ask for? J. King, at @ByJKing, May 22, 2018. Jaylen Brown has the same approach as his head coach when it comes to the Celtics' current situation in the Eastern Conference Finals. Best of 3 to go to the Finals. They'll take it. For a second-year player, the opportunity to battle against one of the game's all-time greats in LeBron James for a finals berth has to be pretty special. Jason Tatum also repeated the same line about the best of 3 to reach the NBA Finals. J. King, at @ByJKing, May 22, 2018. Like Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum has the same approach as his head coach when it comes to the Celtics' current situation in the Eastern Conference Finals. For a rookie, the opportunity to battle against one of the game's all-time greats, and a player that he grew up idolizing, in LeBron James for a finals berth has to be pretty special. Tatum, specifically, looked up to James as a youngster, and now he is going toe-to-toe with his idol. Pretty cool. I think we had to tighten up a little bit more, and we didn't do that. We let it slip away a couple times when we had the deficit at 8, Terry Rozier said after the Celtics' Game 4 loss via ESPN. And that's something that we have to get better at, especially being on the road. We've got to take good shots, better shots. Foul trouble was tough, man. I don't really want to speak on that and get a fine, Morris said after Game 4, via ESPN. At the end of the day, I work hard, work my ass off to defend this position. The ticky-tack fouls, it is what it is. We're going to go back home and protect home court, Al Horford, on any momentum heading into Game 5. Horford expects the Celtics to go back to Boston, take care of business, and protect their home court. A win in Game 5 for the Celtics would push the Cavaliers to the brink of elimination, with a potential Game 7 looming back in Boston. "I think tonight we played much better once we settled down after the first quarter," says Al Horford. He adds that this run has been a constant learning experience for our team, and that we keep getting better. Boston Celtics, at Celtics, May 22, 2018. With such a young team, every postseason situation can serve as a learning experience for the younger players on the team. Despite the loss, Horford thought that the Celtics played much better in Game 4 than they did in Game 3, and that they will learn from their loss in Game 4 moving forward. Celtics missed 15 dunks, layups during Game 4, maybe more painful. The Cavaliers turned those misses into 15 points, 4 of 8 shooting, 7 free throws, per Atisp Stats Info. Jaylen Brown, just going too fast, too excited. Just need to slow down. Chris Forsberg, at @Forsberg, May 22, 2018. The Cavaliers were able to take advantage of Boston's turnovers and miscues in Game 4, and after the contest, Jaylen Brown explained that he thinks that the Celtics were just playing too fast, and that they need to slow things down as the series shifts back to Boston for Game 5. "It's something that people shouldn't take for granted. He's doing great things." Al Horford, on LeBron James. After Game 4, Al Horford spoke on James's greatness, and said that he hopes people aren't taking him for granted. "Respect.